Keanu goes on the We Can't Stop Talking About Aaron show and completely buries it and puts Carl into hiding. Carl, I guess, had a show. There was a tweet out there that Carl wasn't showing up for one of his shows today. Carl's embarrassed and humiliated. Like, he's the one who goes, he makes a conscious choice to go on a show. Nobody should feel bad for Carl. Carl made a conscious decision to go on a show, take sides against friends, Keanu and Gino. I mean, loyalty with this guy doesn't exist. It's the next click. What is it with Dick Masterson disciples where they just don't know how to do this? Rakeda, Carl, they just can't stop tripping over themselves. It's like they have the opposite problem I do. Problem I have is I'm not even involved in the shit and I come out looking like $1 million. I'm not part of the shows. I'm not doing it. Luigi wins by doing nothing. Steel Toe wins by staying still. But these other guys, they go on and they just incriminate themselves. It's amazing. Julius Presley with $5. Great question. He said, seeing that dumb bitch own Nick, would you consider confronting Nick on a live stream? No, why would I? I win by doing nothing. There's a great Napoleon Bonaparte quote. When your enemy is making mistakes, do not interrupt them. I have the easiest job in the world. I have to hit the goal and do a show, and everything falls into place around me. I go on vacation, my profile improves. Matter of fact, I'm thinking of taking the rest of the week off and going to the airport and heading somewhere. Because apparently it's good luck for me. But like, the whole thing has just been wild because, like I said, when I go on vacation, I go on vacation. I'm not on the internet. I'm not following stuff. I don't be following, as iDub says. And so I get to the Tampa airport and I open my phone. Holy shit, another win for the Toe. Did you see the Keanu thing? Nick's losing his mind. His face is all red. I got B Dabbler going, will you come in here, please? And sending me the link. And I'm like, from days ago, obviously. So Tuki was even like, things weren't going well for them. So Tuki's like, why don't I get Aaron in here? Aaron ain't coming on your We Worship Aaron show. You guys had your chance. You launched your nuke, and guess what? It fizzled, and you had to take the L. Everybody outside of your event went, you had a skinny, frail drug addict lean on his cuck fridge and look at another man's body and obsess about his cock. Yeah, you guys are the winners. Although Tuki was the only self-aware one at the whole thing. When Paul Shea went up and embarrassed himself, Tuki went, thank you, Paul Shea, who talked to Aaron once for 5 minutes or something like that. It was like, yeah, that's about what happened. I have a feeling that guy just cashes the check and goes wherever the views, clicks, and money are. There's no shame in that. The rest of them, it's a vested interest. They've got to get Aaron. He's their white whale, which is amazing because all of them are in worse shape than I am. But the whole thing has been really enjoyable, but remarkably distracting. My wins distract me from the boring show that I want to do. As Meme Copium says, I want to do a dad golf show. That I'm a Menards dad. Rakeda Law silenced my comments. Yeah, look, man, he's going through it. He's going through it. And the more he decides to stay on the internet, the worse it's going to get. He had a cope about Johnny Depp today that was, just out of this world. The fucking nerve. He can't understand why he's funny to people. He can't understand why the Schadenfreude is so powerful with him. He just cannot fathom it. And he keeps melting down. Guy can't figure it out. Deutsch Chad says, Nick's got the Lol Cow of the Year award won again. I don't know, man. iDubbbz is doing pretty well. iDubbbz is doing a good job. Brian says, it was hilarious watching Nick meltdown on stream. Well, like I said, I know that Nick. I know a far worse Nick. That's him. If he can't control people, if he can't control the situation, that's who he turns into. Why do you think his only friend is a and a weak-willed Beaver looking motherfucker, Bucky Beaver, like Carl, and some creepy, weird, has to have some kind of a shady past New Zealand Pajit. Why do you think these are his only friends? Because they won't challenge him. They won't dare. They need some kind of content, and their content is we hate Aaron. And the only thing that's left on the we hate Aaron train is Nick's vehement hatred for me, to the point where he writes text messages and letters from other people as himself and passes it off as them. It was also funny to watch him yell at Keanu for like releasing people's texts. It's like, bro, self-awareness, dude. You just leaned on a cuck fridge and went, look at this guy who's in better shape than I am. Look at this guy with more muscle than I have. Doesn't he suck? I hate him. Like, bro. Look at the stories I made up about him just to fit my reality. Isn't this great, guys? And now they can't. It's a wonderful relationship because he can't upset them because he's the last people. They're the last people he can control and believe his horse shit. And they can't get rid of him because otherwise they got to go, day 912. Aaron sucks. Hate him. That's it. They can't. They are locked in a death spiral together while we just mosey along, doing a show, hitting the goal. Thank you, guys. Dr. Rondo says Moody admitting he doesn't like Nick was pretty grim. I don't think Moody has any kind of compass. I think Moody is this weird amorphous blob that kind of fits into whatever you pour him into. I don't think he's human. He's too weird and too grotesque to be a person. You can tell those guys all got destroyed too because they started resorting to my facts and logic. Bro, it's internet blood sports. They're yelling at each other. You think either of these two have facts and logic? It's all about who can bring up points to make the other person seethe. That's why you guys don't understand you're taking the L every time you hit go live. You keep getting mad about shit. Keanu and I laugh about it. And usually that's a good indication that we have a life outside of this and you guys live for this. Like Citizen M on Pod Awful's show. So Keanu, just a little bit ago. So Keanu, before the show started really, oh boy, and now I've got a bunch of notifications. Let me, oh, yep, okay. Oh boy. So, so I guess Keanu is releasing the ape. So Keanu is releasing the April text messages about Nick to expose Nick's lies. And, oh boy. Go follow Keanu Thompson on Twitter because I have a feeling that there's going to be more of this. Nick said on that Friday show where they were all being beaten up 5-on-1 by Keanu that Nick made it very clear. I made it very clear to April that I just couldn't be with her anymore. And Keanu's like, no, you told her you were going to run away with her. No, I never did that. Well, Keanu has released the text messages. Oh boy. And now that she's released this text message, I can assure you of this. She's got more. And I know the cope from Melton and Company is going to be, did you have authorization to send You didn't have authorization from me to show mine. So suck my dick. This is funny. It's great. You don't like it when the same rules get applied to you, do you, bitch? Especially when they make one of your main guys melt down. Oh, just watching them have to eat these L's is mwah. It's fantastic. So go to @Keanu C. Thompson on Twitter if you want to see it. She's dropping it. She's absolutely dropping it. And she keeps exposing Nick as the liar he is. Once control is gone from Nick, it's all red-faced seething. And that's what we're getting. Nick also got the bad news that Josh from Kiwi Farms, Josh's lawyer, is now representing Monograph in their lawsuit. Oh, my God. So now we've got Keanu dropping the text proving that Nick's a liar. And now we got Josh from Kiwi Farms and Moneygraph teaming up with Harden. I think it's Matthew Harden, Josh's attorney. So we got body cam coming. We got Moneygraph winning, author of the Steel Toe theme song, and Keanu making Nick seethe. This is remarkable. I mean, it is. If he wasn't such an irredeemable head, you'd feel bad for him. Anybody else, you might feel bad. Really. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy, I say. I want to say, personally, if it clarifies things, if it clears up lies, I think Keanu should keep going. I really do.